Hello and welcome to the universe of H2M. This is my North Western Railway Fleet Character Introduction series. In this episode, we're going to look at North Western Railway's number 37, Barney. Barney is a Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 7F 280 heavy freight locomotive, who was built by Robert Stephenson Hawthorne in 1925. Upon its construction, Barney was allocated to Bath Green Park and worked heavy freight trains over the Mendips. Barney enjoyed this work and became somewhat of a mentor to the other engines over the years who came and went, who gave the 7F their respects from his knowledge that he passed on to them. In 1936, Barney would take on a Mornsall S15 460 locomotive known as Jack. At first, Jack was a nervous sort of engine and often made mistakes which knocked his confidence, but with the teaching and friendship of Barney, the Mornsall machine soon grew in confidence and ability. However, things would soon take a turn for the worse for the 7F. One night during 1943, Bath Green Park became another victim to the air raids from the German Air Force. The raid itself obliterated the yards and sadly hit Barney, who had just returned with a train of empty wagons. A bomb dropped a few tracks over from where Barney was at the water tower, which knocked the 7F on his side, leaving him badly dented and covered with shrapnel holes all over him. However, due to the ongoing war, Barney would be taken away and shunted into a siding once re-railed, as the damage done to him from the explosion was too severe for him to be repaired. The 7F would remain in the siding for the duration of the war and late into the 1950s. In 1958, Barney was discovered by Lord Durrez and taken to the Durrez Vale for restoration. Upon his restoration, Barney would work along the Vale until 1973. Over on the island of Sodor, the Fat Control was having an issue with freight traffic along the main line. Now, the trains were usually hauled by Harry, but only as far as Vickerstown. However, the mainland wanted a more reliable and more practical operation from freight services off of Sodor. But due to Harry not having a flange on his central driving wheels and the new signalling system, he was barred from going any further than Vickerstown yards, and as such, the Fat Control was forced to look for a suitable freight engine. To save time, the Fat Control immediately contacted Lord Durrez and asked if he could help in any way possible. Thankfully for the Fat Controller, Lord Durrez was indeed able to help out his friend. Lord Durrez informed the Fat Controller of Barney and offered him at a discounted rate. The sale was agreed and the 7F was collected by Jeff from the Vale and brought to Sodor. Upon arrival on the island, an emotional reunion would take place as Jack was working a freight service from Peel Godred to Vickerstown. When Jack saw the 7F, he broke down into tears as he thought Barney had been lost in the war. Barney was also relieved to see his old friend and student, and the two began catching up on times gone. With Barney having been under the care of Lord Durrez, he was actually in very good working condition, and as such was given a brief check-over before being assigned to a mainline to run freight services from Sodor to the mainland, becoming the North Western Railway's 37th locomotive in July of 1973. I hope you like my take on Barney, and I shall see you in the next video. Feel free to voice your opinions in the comments below, and please like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. See you next time.